Man, but also getting arrested by the US Department of Damage Control for the murder of Mysterio. In less than a minute, the interrogator gets Ned to confess and has hidden Aunt May with child endangerment charges. It is electric. Finally, there's gonna be some consequences here, and no amount of web slinging is gonna be able to get you out of this one. I half expected that we'd be spending the first half of this movie in the courtroom, and then it all vanishes. What was a very public and very serious accusation of terrorism and murder by Quentin Beck, who, it's worth remembering, was a beloved superhero in the eyes of the public, just gets dismissed less than 10 minutes into the movie. Matt Murdock, aka Daredevil, just strolls into the room and says, "I don't believe the charges are gonna stick," and then they don't. In one line, the entire movie pivots. Next thing you know, Peter's biggest issue is not getting into MIT? Oh, boo, Peter Parker, your life is so hard. Not only did he beat the rap, but it seems as if none of them had to go to court. But how? There was a videotaped accusation. There were confessions. There was physical evidence. To make all of that go away seems like quite the tall order, even if you do have the world's greatest lawyer at your side. So that's what I'm gonna be talking about today. What happened? What would the legal case actually look like here? What would the consequences be? Could the world's greatest lawyer actually beat these charges so effortlessly? Or should the third installment of the Spider-Man Home trilogy have been named Spider-Man Home Arrest? Well, what I think I found is that Peter, unbeknownst to him, appears to have been caught in a bigger cover-up. But to understand how and why, let's look through the various charges that the movie presents us with, starting with Aunt May. The lightest of the charges go to Aunt May. The agent says to her, quote, "The boy was entrusted to you, and as his legal guardian, essentially his mother, you not only allowed him to endanger himself, but you actually encouraged it." So, would May actually face legal trouble? And if so, what would the consequences look like? Well, when it comes to the law, the first thing that we have to figure out is what laws actually apply. Not all places have the same laws, and they all tend to apply them differently. So we have to figure out who has jurisdiction in this case. In other words, which entity is